No one expected, no one was ready, and no one could really accept the emotional confession that the Golden Magne had just revealed behind the camera. Jungkook, a BTS member known for his mysterious aura, his personal steadfastness, and his relentless dedication to art and fans, is now unveiling his heart. It's not about a comeback, not about music. It's not about the world stage that has raised his name, except for love, and the figure he craved to fill the empty space in his heart. Yes, love. A simple word, but has 1,000 meanings for everyone. But the love of Jungkook's life is not trivial. He is not just in love with physical beauty, popularity, or image alone. In a confession that shocked everyone, Jungkook calmly but firmly said, "If I get married one day, I want her to be like my mother." For a moment, the world seemed to freeze. Netizens were silent. ARMY was stunned. What's wrong with her mother? What makes him so special that Jungkook makes him the benchmark of a life partner? But before the answer comes, a flashback transports us back in time to the roots of this emotional confession, to a time when the name Jungkook has not yet echoed in the stadiums of the world. When he was an innocent boy from Busan, his mother's arms were the safest place in the world. And that's where all the answers are hidden. According to a reliable source close to John's family, Jungkook has always shown great closeness to his mother since childhood. He never hesitated to show his affection, even when he was already a world celebrity. His mother was not only the woman who gave birth to him, but also the first woman who taught him the meaning of love, loyalty, sacrifice, and tenderness. "I want a woman like my mother." He doesn't talk much, but he's always there when I fall, Jungkook said in an exclusive interview that has now gone viral across digital platforms. That statement may sound simple, but for Jungkook, it was more than just a compliment to his mother. It was a manifestation of a long search for true love. He is looking for a partner not to show off or join the trend, but to build a house. A house is not only a building, but also a place where he can be himself, as he used to when he was a child and ran into the kitchen, smelled the smell of his mother's cooking, then smiled because he knew that he was at home. Jungkook grew up in a stressful life from a young age. His exploding popularity made him precocious. He learned to hide the sadness behind the smile, hide the hurt behind the songs. And in the midst of it all, the one thing that has always been a refuge is his mother. "I thought, if one day I get tired, if I need a place to go home, I want someone like him. Someone who doesn't want me to be an idol. It's just me," Jungkook said. And that sentence went straight to the hearts of his fans. It didn't take long. Jungkook's statement also sparked various reactions. Some fans shed tears as they read the quote. Some others even claimed to recall the figure of their own mother. "I cried all night after reading Jungkook's words, because I know the love he's looking for is pure. Not celebrity love, but human love," one soldier wrote on Twitter. But of course, like all viral things in cyberspace, not all reactions are positive. Some also question Jungkook's motives. Why is he revealing this now? Is this part of the HYB strategy? Is this a form of covert promotion for his reportedly soon-to-be-released childhood documentary? But ARMY, who knew him from the beginning, was convinced Jungkook was not messing with his words. When he talks about love, it means that he is expressing the deepest contents of the heart. Not a gimmick, not drama, but it was a long-held feeling, and now he felt mature enough to share it, and it's true. In a follow-up interview, Jungkook even gave surprising details about the character of his dream partner. "He must be patient, strong but gentle, like Yama. Even when I was wrong, he didn't scold me in a high voice. He just stared, and I knew I had to work on myself," she recalls with a wistful smile. The statement implies that Jungkook is not looking for flamboyant love. He didn't need someone who was only interested in his fame. He wants someone who knows Jungkook not as BTS superstar but as John Jungkook, a kid who loves to draw, likes to eat ramen in the middle of the night, and who is afraid of loneliness despite being in a crowd. And it's not the first time Jungkook has shown his closeness to his mother in public. On several occasions, he referred to his mother as the hero of his life. Even in a viral Q&A session, when asked about who he would most like to be happy with in the world, he quickly replied, "My mother." Now, when he reveals he wants a partner like his mother, all the pieces of the puzzle seem to come together. Not just out of love, because of trauma, because of hidden wounds, because the world keeps pressuring her to be perfect. She just wants someone who can be home, like her mother, and therein lies the surprise. Jungkook doesn't want to be a star. I don't want a model. They don't want influencers. He wanted someone ordinary, someone who can make hot tea in the rain, someone who can touch his face and say, "You don't have to be anything tonight. Just be yourself." Then, who is the figure that is currently close to that criterion? Does Jungkook already have someone he approached secretly? Rumors were blowing. There was mention of an old staffer behind the scenes who was once caught on camera during a concert. Some call childhood friends with whom he still communicates privately. There are even speculations about a female trainee who once had an internship under a large agency. But so far, there has been no confirmation of anything from HYB's side. They chose silence, and Jungkook also gave no further clues. But one thing is certain, the world now knows that behind the figure of the global star, there is a boy who still really misses his mother's arms. As Jungkook's emotional quotes about his ideal woman who he hopes to resemble his own mother spread, a big question arose that shook the foundations of public perception of the megastar. Is this really about love, or is it really about an unhealed wound? Jungkook's statement seems to open a Pandora's box for his past. Behind the figure of the perfect idol that the world worships, hidden pieces of emotion that have been neatly wrapped in silence. And for the first time, the army realizes Jungkook isn't as strong as they thought he was. Behind his charm, he is just an ordinary man who longs to be loved unconditionally. Just like before, when he fell off the bike and the mother ran barefoot out of the house to calm him down, an internal source who once worked closely with Jungkook's family revealed that his mother was indeed very protective and loving. She's not the kind of mother who forces Jungkook to be what he is. He just wants his son to be happy. When Jungkook was admitted to Big Hit, his mother cried not out of pride, but out of fear that her son would get hurt in this cruel industry, the source said. Now, after years of Jungkook living in the spotlight, his words are beginning to feel like a reflection of the inner wounds he harbors. The love he was looking for was not just romantic love, it was healing love. Substitute love. Love that can sew back invisible scars created since he was young. This led his fans, and the wider public, to enter into a lengthy debate. Some say Jungkook has a so-called mother complex, a psychological condition in which a person seeks a partner who resembles a mother figure due to an unfinished emotional attachment. But others reject that opinion outright. For them, Jungkook's desire is not a complex form, but rather the highest form of love, unconditional love. If he says he wants a wife like his mother, then he wants the same house, a safe place. There's nothing wrong with that. Instead, it shows he has a healthy love reference, wrote a popular psychologist on Twitter who later went viral for his response defending Jungkook. But not a few are worried about the effect of Jungkook's candor. Many feared that his statements would backfire.